Natural disasters in China are a growing concern, with the country's unique geography making it vulnerable to a range of calamities. From the towering Himalayas to the scenic coastlines, China's diverse landscapes are prone to devastating floods, powerful earthquakes, and intense storms. The impact of natural disasters in China is far-reaching, with consequences that extend beyond the immediate loss of life and property. In this video, Bestmediatv tells tragic, massive China flooding, shocking natural disasters caught on camera. Please like and subscribe. Let's start.
Nature is scary. The floodwaters rolled like a giant monster, ferociously sweeping everything in its path. The city, once bustling and lively, has now been transformed into a vast ocean. The roar of floodwaters is like the scream of angry nature, making people can only stand and watch and feel small before the irresistible power of heaven and earth. When nature is angry, nothing can stop its furious power. We small people in the vast universe need to learn to respect and live in harmony with nature. In this dangerous situation, the position you are standing in is really unsafe. The flood is rising, threatening to submerge everything. To leave here immediately and find higher ground. Its energy is truly horrifying, making everyone shudder in fear. The feeling of helplessness and fear spread in the air as we face that terrible power. In Chongqing, China, an unprecedented disaster happened. The world's largest dam on the Yangtze River collapsed. Millions of people were trapped in their homes and offices as water quickly flooded the streets. Chongqing City suddenly turned into Venice that no one expected. The continuous heavy rains have caused catastrophic mud floods, making the situation extremely serious. The city is now submerged in water. The roads have turned into rivers. People feel desperate before this situation. The flood turned the land into a natural, disturbing dance. Maybe the land is trying to participate in a record-breaking jumping competition. And of course, it doesn't need our help. Maybe in your life, you have never witnessed such a clear rise of the Earth's crust. I was very afraid of a giant beast appearing from inside. The tiny village of Montebello, Colombia, is now completely covered by a terrible landslide. Huge pieces of land collapsed, and rescue forces had to rush into work at breakneck speed. And this is the scene of devastation after the flood, a picture full of pain and ruin. The scene before our eyes is now only ruins, mud, and trash. This is a reminder of the power of nature and the challenges we face to rebuild and revive what has been lost. Please, God, give the people here peace. How do you feel when faced with this scene? Everything before my eyes was unimaginable, like a picture, crumbling under the weight of nature's fury. On the sea surface, the waves are no longer waves. They are like giant monsters gliding by. All thanks to the vibrations of the earthquake. Imagine if waves could talk. They would definitely ask for a break immediately. The ship is walking on the waves like a lost leaf in the middle of a storm. Ignoring the waves and the wind, it's like participating in a dance competition on the ocean without worrying about getting swept away. Storm came. The fishing boat rolled in the middle of the sea like a brave warrior, fighting endlessly with the fierce waves. On the vast ocean, dangers are always lurking. Sometimes we can only stand by and watch the expensive ship sink like a toy, submerged by ocean waves. Living near the mountains is like having a neighbor who forgets to pile up things on the street. Every time there is a landslide, you need to be ready to run away like a superhero to avoid the unexpected gifts from the mountain. Oh my God, this is not an ordinary flash flood, but an uninvited rock party. The flood brought with it piles of gravel, rocks, and maybe a few bricks, making everything look like a giant nature party. It feels like you're filming an action movie. This landslide not only created smoke and dust, but also made everything look like the final scene of a Hollywood movie. So dense and epic that you might forget where you are. Houses were in ruins, power lines were downed, and streets were strewn with debris as the tornado tore through them. Once bustling streets were now left with only rubble and debris, creating a picture of mourning and misery, chaotic. A shocking scene after the tornado. Everything was devastated as if it had been destroyed by a giant and powerful monster. Each step of the water can be as noisy as a rock concert. The bottom of the ocean is a peaceful garden, where sea creatures are holding a tea party with peaceful beauty. You are the luckiest person to admire this rare pink dolphin. You will be surprised to see this scene. 10 sperm whales form a giant ball as if they are preparing for an underwater soccer match. "24. This couldn't be a sweeter reunion between a diver and two giant friends, humpback whales. Surely no other meeting will make you feel smaller than this." Wow, fireworks jellyfish are beautiful in the deep sea. Maybe it doesn't know how beautiful it is. Dreamily brave and resilient heart. The tornado rolled, carrying with it terrible power and terrifying beauty. Does anyone know how to extinguish this mini tornado? Or should we just let it for fun? How terrifying. When tornadoes and floods hit Mexico at the same time, things became chaotic. Power poles collapsed and dozens of roofs were blown off in the devastating. Storm. Not only that, heavy rain accompanied by hail hit the Puebla area, causing the streets to flood and ice and snow to cover everywhere. The end of the world seemed to have come when a fierce sandstorm dyed the sky in brilliant red and yellow. The air in Libya has become more stuffy than ever. The sandstorm combined with strong winds mixed dust and sand, completely obscuring visibility. This guy is truly a hero. Instead of turning around, he decided to go big and rush into the sandstorm contest. Buildings seem to disappear in a sandstorm, to the point where you feel like even breathing can be blurred by sand. Everything is gradually turning into a miniature desert scene right in the middle of the city. Next is an equally impressive sight. Floating ice. That's right. At the age of 30, this was the first time I witnessed this scene. It may sound funny. This is the most attractive hotspot on the planet. Don't just listen to me. Watch all my videos to see for yourself. Beautiful scenery can easily turn into an evil river in the blink of an eye. To get away before they were swept away. Trust me, never underestimate the power of Mother Nature.
Thanks for joining. Stay tuned and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos.